No,
No,
oh God!
Break the arm. He's already done that to 2 others. Don't let him break the arm.
He's gonna
flip Gordon.
Skyler, do not do this. What?
Wait.
Holy God!
No way. Look who's back.
The arm is still in the sling. That's the arm that was fractured by that absolute savage. Oh wait.
Oh, it's been almost 3 months, Johnny. It looks like that arm might be fully healed.
Sabre Jr is Skyler's about to get everything he deserves.
You gotta pay your dues to be perro.
Apparently a challenge has been made. Dream Team indeed. Super kick to Mecca, and he makes the tag to Sabre Jr, his first action. And this could be the end for the first time in months.
He landed on his feet. He landed on his feet in time.
Whoa.
Double Rana. Take down. Zamindar.
Selena Del Sol. Sabre Jr is officially back. Causing a distraction. Oh God, no. Die check. No. Oh, right hand with the bracelet. As is the referee. Oh my God. The Maharaja. Face first. And once again, Colossal.
Security being sent down here by Bobby B.
All the security is down. He may not be in the tournament. He may not be medically cleared, but that can't stop a man from getting revenge. What the hell? Who, is that the guy who attacked Neil?
I think that was the same guy.
Demo! Oh God, what a miss.
Took his place in that four-way match.
Oh, and I don't think he saw the man either into the cover. And Demo moves on to the final four-way.
वो मास्क में यही मैं पकड़ा उसको जाके सर एवरीबॉडी इज बीन कॉल्ड टू मिराज इंसिडेंट मुझे नहीं पता जो मर्जी करो वो जाना नीचे पकड़ो उसको सर यस नमस्ते दोस्तों पिछले हफ्ते एक बार फिर उस नकाबपोश ने WXM परफॉर्मेंस सेंटर में एंट्री की और राज के हंगामे की वजह से हमारी सिक्योरिटी टीम वहाँ भेजी थी और हम उसको नहीं पकड़ पाए और एज ए COO मैं इसकी जिम्मेदारी लेता हूँ मेरी मैनेजमेंट से डिस्कशन हुई और
Come on, Jeet. It's for the best.
जब तक राज मेडिकली क्लियर नहीं हो जाता वो WXM से बैन है और मुझे पता है इस फैसले से फैंस को और राज को बहुत निराशा होगी पर सबकी सेफ्टी को ध्यान में रखते हुए ये फैसला लेना बहुत ज़रूरी था थैंक यू
Following a chaotic week for all of WXM, COO Jeet has attempted to restore order and unfortunately has banned Raj the Maharaja from ringside. But nonetheless, we need to forge forward because we have multiple matches tonight with title implications. So no matter where you are in the world, we thank you for joining us. We are live and loud in Gurugram, India, as we proudly welcome you to WXM Ground Zero. I'm Johnny LaQuasto, back alongside the great Dave Bradshaw. And Dave, if Raj the Maharaja wants to continue his revenge tour, it's not gonna happen tonight.
Yeah, the Maharaja banned from the building tonight and out of the world title picture entirely, but we will have 2 more tournament matches, first round matches in that World Championship Tournament. Not only that, but the WXM World Tag Team Championships on the line tonight, Johnny.
With that said, let's get to the action you will see tonight on Ground Zero. The WXM World Title Tournament continues as the ever-exciting Avi goes one-on-one with the Crown Rule Royal himself, Sir Charles Sterling.
The winner of the historic WXM tryouts, Vera, teams up with his mentor, Captain, as they face the ever-furious Burner Brothers.
Another WXM World Title Tournament match is set as the hard-hitting Mecca looks to take down the always inspiring Guru.
B2B looks to outpace the Zamindar, Fateh and Dev in tag team action.
And in our main event, the WXM World Tag Team titles are on the line, and the Jai Connection have a massive task ahead of them as they look to defend against two men who have won titles all across the globe, Robbie X and Jack Morris. All of that and more right now on WXM Ground Zero. And once again, it is time for the WXM World Title Tournament.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall with a 15-minute time limit, and it is the first round match in the WXM World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Introducing first, Robbie!
Well, Robbie, if you remember, went to our COO G, said he felt he was ready to participate in that World Title Tournament, and then that was 2 weeks ago. We saw he replaced Charles Samuels in the bracket.
But in order to realize his dream of becoming champion, Robbie must first get past Crown Rule.
And his opponent, accompanied by Lady Catherine from Windsor, England, weighing in at 105 kilograms, he is worth every pound, Charles Sterling!
Well, Dave, as you can tell by the look in the face of Lady Catherine, she's in a bit of a foul mood following last week.
Yeah, an open challenge which she extended after one victory turned out to be a bad idea because we saw the surprise WXM debut of Kanji, who made short work of her ladyship.
Well, look, Lady Catherine demanded to fight a woman from India. Well, Kanji certainly is a fighter from India. And within a matter of seconds, Kanji had a victorious debut in WXM. But nonetheless, right now, it is Sir Sterling's opportunity to claim what he believes is rightfully his. And that is the WXM World Championship. And he must win tonight to move on in the tournament.
Well, she's forcing a smile here, Lady Catherine, but she does look a little peeved.
Well, she's going to be sitting down to us at the tea table, just a few feet away.
May I say, though, that is an exceptional fascinator that she is wearing.
I'm not quite sure what a fascinator is.
It's the thing that's like a hat, but not quite a hat.
Okay, is that British fashion?
It's an upper class thing.
Okay. I'm of a certain class. I don't believe I'm of that class. But nonetheless, Robbie with the massive opportunity. Everyone firmly behind Robbie.
Well, not everyone. I think there'll be some people around the world, over in the United Kingdom in particular, who are cheering on Sir Charles.
You do sound a little bit biased.
Biased. I just think you've got to respect the class of both Lady Catherine and of Sir Charles. And wouldn't it be great to have a British world champion here in WXM?
I mean, we had enough in the world of sport, but I guess it's a possibility.
And Sir Charles Sterling, a long way removed from the likes of Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks. He is one hell of an athlete, whatever you might think of him on a personal level.
Meanwhile, Robbie scored the pinfall in an upset over the Burner Brothers in six-man tag action, then got the best of JD Lee. Following that, he implored Jeet for an opportunity in the tournament. Timing was perfect, it worked out, and Robbie is here right now with a chance against one of England's very best, and Sir Charles Sterling.
I think there's another Brit who would tell you that it didn't actually work out. Charles Samuels was the one who was the victim there. He will tell you, Robbie being included in the tournament bracket. His name was crossed out.
How about we don't call Charles Samuels a victim?
That was a bad choice of words.
He
I apologize.
choked the life out of Raj the Maharaja, took him out of the tournament. He got what he deserved.
Look, I might have plenty of sympathy and respect for Sir Charles and for Lady Catherine, but I have none for Charles Samuels.
Absolute elevation there by Robbie. Inspired by Dragon Ball Z, and he certainly has that kind of athleticism. Sir Charles Sterling is reeling. Robbie, way up top. Oh! Charles able to evade and massive clothesline. Down goes Robbie.
I think Sir Charles will tell you he has some pent-up frustration because ever since what happened last week with Lady Catherine and Kanji, Sir Charles's teacup has not been polished.
Well, he was very upset about that, but nonetheless, we can't look past the fact that how accomplished Charles Sterling is two-time Progress Tag Team Champion, two-time Revolution Pro British Tag Champion as well. He's also had a dominant singles career all throughout Europe, all throughout the UK. Considers himself the last champion of the British Isles.
Yeah, and a great point. You can add WXM World Champion to that resume, quite possibly. Remember, the winner of this match, which I assume will be Sir Charles Sterling, will face in the second round the winner of our other tournament championship match here this evening, which is Guru against Mecca, coming up a little later on.
That's certainly going to be a contrast of styles, much like this match is here, as Avi showing incredible resilience. He has all of India behind him, all the WXM fans, but a shot right to the lumbar spine. That'll slow him down. And now Sterling, quick reversal here by Avi.
Sterling was looking for high treason, I think, but instead he eats a boot there from Avi.
It's possible that Sir Charles Sterling may be looking past Avi here, maybe underestimating the young star as he's heading back up to take another risk.
Yeah, Sir Charles was certainly looking down his nose at Avi. Was it complacency? Will he pay the price for that complacency?
Sir Charles Sterling takes advantage. That lumbar spine gave out on Avi. He was unable to get the explosiveness required, and now it could be high treason.
Sir Charles finds Avi guilty as he advances into the second round of the World Title Tournament.
Here is your winner, Charles Sterling!
Certainly a valiant effort by Avi, but the experience, the power, the precision, and the fury of Sir Charles Sterling wins out tonight as he moves on in the WXM World Title Tournament. Could he be the inaugural World Champion? And could he take the gold back to England?
Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Is this really necessary?
Open it.
But it's for you.
I said open it!
I think you like it. Of course, my fingerprints are on it, but you might wanna check for more.
Why are you helping me?
You see, my partner has outlived his forgiveness. And truthfully, I like creating sparks. I like starting fires and watch them grow bigger and bigger until it gets so big that no one can stop it.
You're sick.
I'm sick! I've been sick my entire life. It seems like there's this itch in the back of my head, and no matter how hard I scratch it, this itch, it doesn't go away. But when I see it, when I see that beautiful championship, the itch, it fades away. And I need it. And I'd do anything to have it. I'd hurt anyone to wear it. I'd burn everything to hold it. I'd burn everything to hold it. Everything. I'd burn it to hold the championship. Oh yeah, I need it.
I have work to do.
It's fine. It's fine. The championship's
Guys, quick question. What's up with so much security?
Because we all saw last week how weak and incompetent WXM security was. So the Zamindar won't take any chances for this to happen again in case Raj wants to show up. So he won't leave the locker room until the main event.
Yeah. और उस अलमारी से तो लाख गुना बेहतर है. चलो, बेटा टाइम नहीं है पे चलो चलो चलो.
Well, as the Zamindar continues to hide out, it's now time for a very personal tag team contest.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for 1 fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first the team of Vida and Gupta.
Well, what a moment for Vera being able to team up with one of his mentors in Captain.
Yeah, look, you got to be impressed with Vera, I think. I know he lost in his in-ring debut against Axel Tischer, but he showed a lot of heart there. He showed a lot more here, alongside Captain, by standing up against two absolute bullets.
He didn't show just heart, he came very close to upsetting Axel Tischer. But now tonight, he's looking for success in tag team action. Well, they certainly have their work cut out for them, facing these two.
And their opponents, the team of Ricky Burner and Scotty Burner, the Burner Brothers.
Well, Dave, the Burner Brothers continue to stomp their path throughout India, certainly not endearing themselves to any of the fans, but they're a little more furious than usual, considering the six-man tag where they were upset, where Robbie scored arguably the biggest pin of his career.
Yeah, they don't like being embarrassed, and as they saw it, that was a defeat that was purely the fault of their chosen tag, well really their recruited tag team partner. Not that they had much choice about it inside of Sid. Sid paid the price in the hands of the Burners for losing the match, but they haven't got anyone to be the scapegoat tonight. It's just the two of them against Captain and Vera.
Well, let's be honest, they didn't recruit Cyber Sid, they forced him to be their partner and then used him as the scapegoat when Robbie got the victory. So the Burner Brothers certainly out to prove plenty tonight and cause a lot of pain to Vera and Captain.
We talked about the heart of Vera. We're seeing it again by his willingness to start the match against the much bigger Ricky Burner. Vera, as well as his match against Tischer, of course, that was all part of an ongoing saga, really, that resulted in his trainer, Guru, returning to the ring, and Vera was instrumental in that as well. So this match had actually quite an impact so far in WXM.
There's no doubt Vera has jumped right into the fire. And incredible quickness and athleticism. But Ricky Burner, over the course of 20 years, has seen everything. Oh my God. Tag.
It's very rare that the Burner Brothers lose a match. As we said, they did lose that six-man tag team match, but it's even rarer that they lose twice in a row, and it looks vanishingly unlikely that they will here. Look at the way they are just tormenting Vera.
Perhaps sending a message to whomever wins our main event tonight. WXM World Tag Team titles. Robbie X and Jack Morris challenging the Jai Connection.
The Burner Brothers believe that they are the team in WXM, and shows of strength like this, and know exactly why. Look at Vera just high up in the air. Hit upside the head by Scotty Burner on the way down.
When your body is falling to the ground and you land a right hand like that, that's enough to put someone out for a long time. Oh God, Scotty Burner is an absolute wildebeest.
Yeah, look, he is, and you look at Vera, you think he was the winner of the WXM trial. Sort of been, that must have been such a great moment, a moment of elation for this young man, but oh man, it's turning a little bit sour for him here as the reality of being inside that WXM ring is starting to kick in as he's getting a beating from the Burner Brothers.
They didn't just slice this ring in half, they just took Captain Captain out as well. And the Burner brothers are sending a warning right now to every other tag team.
Yeah, well, they took Captain off the apron just to eliminate any possibility of the tag, and that's because they want to prolong this punishment for Vera to dare to get into the ring with them.
It's for you to dumb idiot trying to find me outside!
Oh! Scotty Burner now taunting all the fans here in Gurugram while he continues the attack, and the welts just developing on the chest of Vera. Oh no. And a German suplex. They are just toying with Vera at this point.
Not just a German suplex, but elevated off the shoulders of Scotty Burner as Ricky now looking for the pin and the kick out from Vera.
Give Vera credit. He's fearless. He's gritty.
Yeah, but when Dora's kicking out, and Ricky Burner just had a smirk on his face because of the kick out, so that means he gets to beat up on this young man for even longer.
That's exactly what that smirk is. Vera needs to find a way to tag Captain into this match for the first time.
Well, this could be his chance, but also it could be a huge mistake because he's trying to take on both of the Burner brothers at once.
That is a very tall order in more ways than one. Oh, what a tag! Burner brothers run into each other, and now Captain, the leader, with a right hand to Ricky Burner, trying to chop down the tree. Captain is a ball of fire right now. And a basement drop kick to Ricky Burner, right to the side of the headgear.
It has been a total game changer, that tag to Captain. Burner brothers, maybe they will lose 2 in a row here.
Oh! Captain utilizing that quickness. And now the athleticism, springboard clothesline to Scotty Burner.
Can the leader of WXM lead his team to victory here? He's got the boot up into the face of Ricky Burner. Now another tag, back to Vera.
I have to question this tag. Is Vera fully recovered?
And Vera hasn't had long to recuperate, but I think there's the logic here from Captain as he wants him to help with the double team on Scotty.
Well, trying to keep a hold, and oh, Ricky Burner grasping the leg of Captain. Oh my goodness. And Scotty Burner strikes Vera in a power slam to Captain on the hard floor, and now the Burners are about to destroy.
Yeah, Scotty and Ricky are just playing with their food here. Captain essentially eliminated, and that leaves Vera in the most vulnerable position imaginable.
But look at the grit of Vera, back to his feet. Oh no, as the Burners like to say, they'd rather throw ya than know ya. Riz, Bob, Burners win.
Here with your winner, the Burner Brothers!
My God, how high did they throw Vera on that wrist bomb? It felt like it was 15 feet in the air, for God's sake. The power, the brutality, the ruthlessness of the Burner brothers is so... You've got to ask the question, Johnny, is there anyone who can stop these guys?
Well, whoever ends up tag team champions at the end of the night certainly will have to answer that question as the Burner brothers are back in the win column.
Fateh!
Gee, for the love of samosas, let them go.
Get a hold of yourself. इन गुंडों को किसने घुसने दिया यहाँ बिल्डिंग में? तुमने?
I had no choice. Fateh said he wouldn't come unless we permitted him security.
वो पागल खाना बना दिया कर
Hey, Zack, I can see that you're ready to leave. You have a flight to catch. You're going back to Japan. I will just take 2 minutes from you. How has your experience been here at WXM in India?
Oh, I've had a bloody marvellous time. First time in India, long overdue. The spice, the weather, and more importantly, the company. WXM is very impressive. The local wrestlers made a equal good impression on me. The fans have been amazing, so I will be 100% back in India. But obviously, I am leaving undefeated, because I'm bloody brilliant. But they gave me a good run for my money these young upstarts, and one in particular, Kevin Malik, is very, very special. I expect big things from him, and I'm going to be back as soon as possible. So thank you very much.
Great having you here, sir.
I'll see you again.
Hey! Why are you leaving so soon, Zack?
Zacky boy! Looks to me like you're running away. Scared of us because we tie you in knots.
You could catch me high, Zack, huh?
All right, sweet cheeks, Goldilocks. I do have a flight to catch back to Japan, but the next time either of you two gentlemen are over, come and find me, and we can talk about it, can't we?
Okay. Whatever. Woo! Let's go.
Well, Jack Morris and Robbie X sure are confident when they know Zack Sabre Jr. has a flight to catch. Nonetheless, it's time to surge forward with the WXM World Title Tournament.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Bandar Bundelkhand, weighing in at 90 kilograms, Guru!
Well, what a story this would be, because of course Guru just a few weeks ago had insisted he wasn't going to wrestle again. He was focusing on being the head trainer of the WXM Academy, but been brought out of retirement for reasons we've covered in detail here in recent weeks in Ground Zero. So from nothing to a chance of becoming the first ever WXM World Champion.
Very true. From retirement to champion is a distinct possibility for Guru. But in order to move on in the tournament, Guru is about to enter the doghouse.
And his opponent from Paris, France, weighing in at 130 kilograms, the Big Dog Mecca!
Well, Dave, as Mecca makes his way to the ring, you can see the masked security that Fateh the Zamindar has commandeered. And to be honest, I don't know what to think of this extra security that Fateh has acquired.
Yeah, Fateh is taking no chances tonight. He's hired this private security team. He's obviously got two members of that team accompanying Mecca to the ring to make sure that Mecca is able to compete in this championship tournament match without interruption. We know there's more of them posted outside the private locker room of the Zamindar and his gang.
And look, Jeet has already banned Raj the Maharaja from ringside, but yet Fateh still feels like he needs this extra security. Fateh is essentially hiding out right now somewhere in the WXM arena.
Well, look, we know as well that last week when Jeet asked Raj to leave, we thought he had left, and he came back.
Oh.
And so Fateh not taking any chances just because he's been barred from the arena, Raj. Fateh making sure, to the best of his ability, that there is no interruption to the agenda of his group here this evening.
Well, Raj made a promise that he was going to extract revenge on every single person that tried to take him out of action, that tried to end his career. And of course, Fateh and the Zamindar gang are at the top of that list. Meanwhile, Guru certainly has his work cut out for him. Mecca, former professional rugby player. He's been a stud athlete his entire life, all about physicality, as you can see right there. But he's also got incredible explosiveness as well.
Yeah, well, we've seen so many powerful wrestlers in WXM so far, but you've got to put Mecca right near the top of that list. This guy is all power, all strength, and Guru has a real job to find a way past him in this first round match in our championship tournament.
And that's what Mecca's all about, pure intimidation, pure dominance. His offensive arsenal has been compared to the likes of Jacob Fatu, Keith Lee, because a man his size should not be able to do the athletic things that Mecca does.
Oh, Guru, they're used to training competitors of all shapes and sizes, so he'll have a plan here about how to take out an opponent who's bigger and stronger than he is. He gets sent to the ropes. Mecca, the shoulder block, like running into a brick wall for Guru.
Meanwhile, Guru has had such a mountain to climb, just as much personally as it's been professionally for him. Left professional wrestling altogether as a competitor because of what Axel Tischer did after winning the Wave Shield, a WXM powerbomb. And Guru made a triumphant return. Oh, what is going on here?
These private security guards.
Security is one thing, a distraction's another, and Mecca able to take advantage.
Man, talk about overstepping your brief, getting into the ring here. You're supposed to be just keeping an eye on the action outside of the ring of these security guards, not getting involved in the match, for goodness sake.
The official certainly has his hands full with both security members at ringside, and meanwhile Mecca has taken control of this matchup.
It does beg the question as well, I think, given how much security Fateh has hired tonight. He's got strength in numbers anyway. It's a big gang. He's recruited so many people to his group. Is Fateh afraid of Raj?
In my opinion, there's certainly fear there, and Raj has given him every reason to fear him. Raj is coming back with a vengeance. Oh my goodness. Mecca switching to the afterburners, and for a third time, another hit attack on Guru, completely smashing in the corner.
I'll tell you what, a man that size should not be able to move that fast, but Mecca defying expectations at every turn.
And you have to believe that this would be a massive victory, not just for Mecca, but for the Zamindar, if he's able to move on in this tournament. Whereas Guru, this is also a massive step for him, a huge challenge after making his return to the ring. Just a couple of weeks ago, Guru was set on just being the head coach at the WXM Training Academy, and now Mecca into the cover, hooks the leg, and Guru able to stay alive.
But you've got to remember as well, Fateh having not been allowed into the World Title Tournament because of something to do with his past of our COO cheat, which we still don't fully understand. Fateh has made a point of wanting to own whoever goes on to become that world champion. If Mecca were to go on and win this tournament, a member of his gang, it's mission accomplished for Fateh.
And speaking of which, we see the possibility of some kind of affiliation with Skyler, which certainly remains to be seen, but Guru has a mountain to climb, and a mountain he just fell off as Mecca into a cover. That'll have to do it. No, Guru still in the fight. It's gonna take a little bit more to put Guru away. He's been through so much over the course of his career. He was an absolute sponge during his career in NXT, and he's now better than he's ever been after returning to action. But Mecca certainly has a lot to prove in his own right, and thus far, he is doing it tonight.
Yeah, Mecca continuing to look extremely impressive here, but the elbow comes up from Guru. Guru with the strikes to the right hand, the left leg, a flurry of offense here.
This is that
Guru.
Fast-paced offense of Guru. Very difficult to get Mecca off his feet.
And that's a very difficult way to do it here, trying to lift him for the suplex, but Mecca quite comfortably battling his way out. The headbutt sends Guru into the corner. Mecca tried to follow him in. Guru playing defense here.
Just imagine how important it would be for WXM, for all of India, if Guru becomes the inaugural WXM World Champion. What it would mean for every trainee at the Academy.
I'll tell you what, he's taking him off his feet not once now, but twice.
Whoa. As Mecca, perhaps momentum, perhaps ring awareness, rolls to the outside, and Guru's not going to waste any time. Incoming! Down goes security.
Like
Down
a
goes
missile. Goodness me. Guru wiping out not just Mecca, but those two private security guards as well.
Missile drop kick, and Mecca, the thoracic spine crashing into the steel stairs.
It looked like Mecca was on spaghetti legs, but Guru helped him down, knocking him into those steel steps, and now Guru with a chance to end this.
Guru up to the mezzanine. looking to put the finishing touches on Mecca to move on in the tournament. Elbow drop. Oh yeah, into the cover, and he got it.
Here is your winner,
Well, a night where Fateh was taking no chances to make sure everything went to plan has already seen the plan go awry because one of his lieutenants, Mecca, has just been eliminated from a world title tournament by Guru.
Gut check time for Guru, and it was the listen and respect elbow drop that has moved him to the second round. If he wins the next one, he will be in the final four-way. What a win for Guru.
Wrestling in India means so much to me because I grew up and my dad's side of the family, my dad is Indian, and all of their family grew up watching wrestling, and I grew up because they had it on the TV. And so me and my cousins, we used to watch wrestling all together with my granddad and my dad and my grandma, and we always said when we're older we want to be wrestlers. And so I was introduced by wrestling from my granddad and my dad. Unfortunately, not long ago, my dad passed away before I started wrestling, so he never got the chance to actually see or know that I actually started. And my grandparents were so proud and so happy to see me wrestling, which was a shock because I didn't think, but they actually came and watched me one time wrestling live and they loved it. And so I'm so proud to be here as an Indian woman wrestling for England and India. I answered the challenge because I heard all the horrible and negative things you're saying about India. I'm not going to stand there and let that happen. So I contacted WXM and told them that I want to come here and show them that everything she's saying is wrong. I might not have been born here in India, but I am here to represent India and WXM.
Stupid video, stupid guys. What is that?
Hey! Dino! Hey, what are you doing? Stop! Stop! Hey! Hey, Dino! Stop! 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 This is stupid! We are here for fight! Remember? Remember? Scary things! Stop! 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 Oh, God! You're so stupid! Just go! 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 Oh, shit!
Right now, I'm joined by Neil. Neil, आपकी इन्वेस्टिगेशन को देखते हुए लग रहा है कि बहुत जल्द आपके मिस्ट्री अटैकर की गुत्थी सॉल्व होने वाली है। आपका क्या ख्याल है इसके बारे में?
मैं अभी भी वेट कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन जिस दिन डाइजैक की अपडेट आ गई, उस दिन इस मास्क मैन का खेल खत्म।
Neil! Hell of a war last week. I know it's a bit of a shame about what happened, but I'm here to tell you something. If a masked man was getting involved in my business, I wouldn't be standing around with a thumb up my arse looking about investigations. No. I'd be cracking skulls. You see, you're calling yourself the Gentle Giant. It's time to stop that. You are a monster. You are a beast. And it's time for you to start acting like it.
Aki, this is Jack Morris. We're the GHC Tag Team Champions in Japan.
Oh wow, nice to meet you, man. You're a friend of Anthony's?
This is clearly a downgrade.
Downgrade? You wanna check out what this downgrade can do to you?
You challenging me?
Of course.
Meet me in the ring.
Feet on the rope. Green had the chance to remove the feet from the rope, but he hesitated, and Morris got the win.
I think May saw it, I saw it. His feet were on the ropes. That's not what I'm angry about. You were there. You saw it. You could have stopped it.
So let me show you I'm on your side when we successfully defend these WXM Tag Team Championships next week.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it.
Rob. Yo, you ready? Robbie X is always ready, 100%.
Good. Now, before we go out there, I've got to ask you one thing. Anthony's face. Tonight, let's not hit Anthony in the face.
So you're telling me that
Rob, listen. Me and Anthony, we have a lot of history together. We've been tag team champions in Japan, so tonight, all I ask is that we avoid doing any more damage to Anthony's face.
So you're telling me that we are risking being the...
Rob, whatever it takes to win. But don't hit Anthony in the face.
Whatever. We gotta go. Gotta go.
Well, now it's time to see if the champions have resolved their communication issues. It is World Tag Team Title time.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit, and it is for the WXM Tag Team Championship. Introducing the team of Robbie X and Zack Morris.
Well, Jack Morris and Robbie X looking to continue their momentum. Recently, Morris defeated Balayana by using the ropes. And what's interesting here is that Anthony Green, former tag team partner of Jack Morris, caught Morris using the ropes, but did nothing about it, and Morris scored the victory.
Well, we heard from Anthony Green last week when he was in discussion with his current tag team partner, Balayana. He said, look, I'm sorry, it was almost just force of habit. I was used to being Jack Morris's tag team partner, and in that moment I just didn't think to take his feet off the ropes, but he's promised he'll make up for it this week, and he's getting the chance to do that because Balayana and Anthony Green out here in a second to defend the tag team titles against these two.
Well, this is not the first time Green has gotten in some hot water with his partner.
And their opponents, accompanied by Meg, they are the reigning, defending WXM Tag Team Champions, Anthony Green and Balayana J-A-I Connection!
As you see, Anthony Green still recovering from the fractured nose, wearing the mask. And, you know, I don't want to say it's an excuse that he gave Balayana as to why he did not stop Jack Morris from scoring the victory in that way. But Anthony Green claims that he almost had a flashback to being partners with Morris. That's got to really be weighing on the mind of Aki going into this tag team title defense.
Yeah, right on the mind, I think, of both tag team champions headed into this title defense. But one thing that hopefully might calm the nerves of Anthony Green is that Morris has asked his tag team partner, Robbie X, to insist that he will not target the face, particularly the nose, obviously, of Anthony Green.
Of course, Jack Morris, one of the biggest stars in pro wrestling, Noah. That's when he and Anthony Green were tag team champions for Noah a while back.
Yeah, BHC World Tag Team Champions together. One of the best tag teams in the world for a period of time. It looks like those former tag team partners might be the two men who are going to start this title match, but this time as opponents.
And also don't forget how blatantly disrespectful Morris was to Balayana. As you can see, Morris still recovering from an eye injury. They ended up meeting over in the medical tent. And Morris essentially just shot down Balayana and mentioned Anthony Green really took a step down with his new tag team partner. So obviously there's a lot on the line here, not just gold, but it's really gotten quite personal.
Yeah, and Aki certainly hasn't forgotten those derogatory words from Jack Morris. This is Aki's opportunity to prove that Anthony Green's current tag team is better than his previous partner. Yeah, look at Morris. Morris just with a little cheeky wave towards Anthony Green, letting him know that he could go for the nose if he wants to, but out of that care and respect for his former partner that he won't.
Well, prior to this match, we did see Jack Morris and Robbie X have agreed to not attack the face of Anthony Green. which obviously is a very respectful decision there. As we're underway, Green and Jack Morris, former tag team partners, former tag team champions, but Jai are the inaugural WXM tag team champions.
And now that Anthony Green has been medically cleared to compete, albeit with that mask as a necessity, it's an effort here from Jai Connection to be fighting champions, but these two have been the same here at the same time. These two know each other very, very well.
Robbie X is somewhat disgusted right now with Jack Morris. You know, when you're, and see Robbie X tagging in, when you are a former member of the War Dogs with the Bullet Club, you're not going to go for this. Robbie X is a complete brawler. He has no conscience. Whoa, he went for the face. Exactly. He went for the face.
Went straight for the face. Jack Morris, Robbie X's own tag team partner, not happy with that.
And Valiant Aki is watching all this unfold. He already maybe had issues with Anthony Green coming into this. And now Robbie X is frustrated with his own tag team partner. And now it's starting to break down.
This is getting pretty heated pretty quickly, and I think you've got to blame Robbie X for most of that, because it was X who clearly went straight for the face of Anthony Green, despite his tag team partner imploring him not to do that prior to this match.
Well, look, Robbie X has won titles in over a dozen promotions in his career. He wants gold here in India. The last thing he cares about, let's be honest, is Anthony Green's nose. He wants to do whatever it takes to win this match.
Well, just basic human decency. You would hope he'd have some respect for the well-being of his opponent, but in any case, Valiant Aki, Robbie X now going at high speed here in this tag team. Almost took the world backbreaker from Valiant Aki.
Valiant Aki and Robbie X getting very physical here in the early moments of this matchup. It'll be very interesting to see how Jack Morris and Anthony Green respond.
Now Robbie X continuing to have this negative attitude. Look at him spitting in the face there of Anthony Green.
And Aki, a chop to Robbie X, and a knee to the back. Valiant Aki with a shot right back to Jack Morris. Now charging into the corner. Robbie X, ever elusive.
Aki got that boot up into the face. Now Aki up on the second turnbuckle. Morris was thinking about coming after Aki instead.
Oh my goodness, what athleticism!
Yeah, the cartwheel into the overhead kick from Robbie X.
And now X with
the tag to Jack Morris. And look, Morris may have promised he's not going to aim at the nose of his former tag team partner Anthony Green, but that doesn't mean we're not going to see any underhanded tactics at all from Morris. In fact, we've seen some pretty unpleasant behavior from both Morris and Robbie X. Even earlier tonight, as he goes for the cover here, Morris gets a 2 count before the kick out from Valiant Aki. We saw both Morris and Robbie X trying to go Zack Sabre Jr., who decided to rise above it and continued off to the airport after a successful trip to India. But these two they show no respect for anyone, no matter how well regarded that person might be in the wrestling industry.
And now Morris almost taunting Anthony Green. He has Aki in the abdominal stretch, now digging into the intercostal muscles. Robbie X. A shot right to Anthony Green, and now the fight continues on the outside as Aki struggling.
Wait, X has gone after May. X has gone after May. Robbie X getting in the face of May.
As I said, if there's anyone who's completely unpredictable in this match, it is Robbie X. He has a very quick tempo. Great athleticism there by Valiant Aki. A hit scissors to the 3-time tag team champion of Pro Wrestling Noah is Jack Morris.
X now back in the ring though, going straight after that left leg, trying to keep Valiant Aki as far away from possible from the corner where Anthony Green is waiting for the tag. He couldn't stop him, and now Green is tagged in.
Anthony Green may have a broken nose, but his spirit remains 100% as he and Valiant Aki looking for yet another successful title defense against very worthy challengers in Robbie X and Jack Morris. And Robbie X has uncanny athleticism, got a little too fancy, super kick, oh my goodness, face first, Green into the cover, chance retained, no.
Yeah, his saw when Robbie X went for the hamstring there, he was looking for the exclamation, one of his trademark maneuvers. Anthony Green was able to dodge it and regain the upper hand for the tag team champion. Giant connection, fully back on track here.
Looking for a patented double team. Robbie X, ever elusive, sending Green right into Balianaki, and now dumping Green to the outside. He may have struck the nose there when he tossed Green into Aki.
Robbie X, we've already established,
Tag.
don't care about that. Here comes the tag for Jack Morris.
My God!
And back to the nose. A capo kick striking Anthony Green, I think, in the nose, and then Robbie X taking out Aki as well.
Robbie X is absolutely on fire, and I believe his boot definitely caught the nose of Anthony Green. Shooting star press. Morris is the legal man. A front splash. We're about to have new champions in WXM, and somehow Aki stays in the fight. But Jack Morris wasting no time. Oh, Falcon arrow by Morris. Goes for the cover again. Can he do it? No, Aki. So gritty, so resilient.
Great urgency there from Jack Morris on the outside. I think someone might need to check on Anthony Green, because I think he took not one but two shots to the nose there.
No question. It might not just be the nose that is the issue. He may be concussed.
Aki taking Robbie X off of the apron. Aki trying to fight this one on his own, at least for the short term. Close back from Aki. Took him out of his boots there.
The fast-paced offense of Mario Aki takes so much pride in holding a championship in his native country.
There's a roll up from Morris. Feet on the rope. That's how he won against Aki in their singles match. But this time, look, Anthony Green, no hesitation in righting that wrong. This time, he did remove Morris's feet from the ropes.
The official didn't see it, but Anthony Green did. Shoving the feet off the ropes as this match continues. Super kick to Robbie X. Quick roll up here by Aki. Shoulders are down. And the champ remains.
Here is your winner, and still WXM Tag Team Champions, Anthony Green and Balianaki J.A.I. Connection!
I'll tell you what, Johnny, if there was any doubt about the loyalties of Anthony Green, you can dispel those doubts now. He has a chance to make amends for his previous wrongdoing, and he took that chance with open arms.
Anthony Green was out on the floor. Balianaki was struggling, but found the grit to stay in this match when Jack Morris was within an eyelash of taking home the titles with Robbie X. Anthony Green forcing Jack Morris's feet off the ropes, leading all up to a roll-up by Balianaki as Jai Connection remain the WXM World Tag Team Champions.
Well, look, hopefully...
Robbie X is livid.
Yeah, Robbie X may be livid, but hopefully the friendship of Jack Morris and Anthony Green will continue. I don't think Morris can really be upset, because Anthony Green was just trying to do the right thing by his current tag team partner.
Meanwhile, May is ecstatic at the fact that Jai Connection remain champions, and
to be
tense conversation here.
Yeah, but Morris is trying to insist that Robbie X shake the hand of Balianaki.
This is a rare sign of sportsmanship from Robbie X, I will say that.
Oh my God, a low blow by Jack Morris. What the hell? So much for mutual respect. Goodness me.
Jack Morris, and now Robbie X is trying to take off the mask.
Don't do that.
This is disgusting. What do you
do that?
The man has a broken nose. He shouldn't even be competing, but he wants to defend the championship. They just did it successfully.
What are you doing? This could cave his face in, for God's sake.
Come on, Morris, it's your former partner. Whoa! What? Zack Sabre Jr. already went to the airport. He came back.
Sabre Jr. changed his mind. Zack Sabre Jr. Sabre Jr. obviously deeply annoyed by the words earlier of Robbie X and Jack Morris.
Whoa! Why is Venomous here? Antidote knee has just poisoned Zack Sabre Jr.
Venomous attacking the ally.
You know who that's a message to?
Yeah, of course it is. It's a message to the man who's been a tag team partner of Zack Sabre Jr. as of late, Kevin Mallet. Good Venomous slithering out of the ring.
And now Venomous with a steel chair. Zack Sabre Jr. turned course, came back. Oh! Whoa! The World Warrior has had enough. Venomous has been fixated on this man for months, making his life a living hell. And now the Indian Eagle stands eye to eye, face to face.
And Venomous has been the bane of Kevin Mallet's existence for these past few months. Listen to these fans in support of the World Warrior.
Venomous has made a point to target everyone involved with Kevin Mallet. Friends, foes, trying to prove a point that he is above Mallet, that he's a true World Warrior. And let's be honest, it's been a failed endeavor thus far, and it's only made Venomous that much more fixated and obsessed.
Yeah, look, even as he left the ring, Venomous did not take his eyes off Mallet. The same was true the other way around as well. Who is going to blink first between Venomous and the Indian Eagle, Kevin Mallet?
Please welcome my guest, Axel Tischer. Axel, ever since your loss to Guru, we haven't seen you much in the...
Halt, stopp! Jetzt reicht es! That wasn't my choice. That was the WXM management, particular Jeet. Since I embarrassed his Golden Boys, he seems to have a problem with me. I embarrassed Kaptan and the other idiot. But Jeet, if you like it or not, Axel Tischer is here to stay because I have very big plans for WXM.
Incredible action it has been from Ground Zero, and we promise to bring more. Skyler, Samurai is back in WXM, and he's looking to find the heavyweight champion. Unless Samurai wants his boss taken. No!
Look at all the rage. I like the rage. I like the rage. मुझे मैंने तुझे बता भी दिया ना तो विश्वास नहीं करेगा maybe you could just ask Jack. Just ask him because I already told him Neil.
It is now time for some tag team action.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing the team of Suraj and Ragnar, B2B.
Well, B2B has proven to be one of the certain up-and-coming tag teams here in WXM, and they have never backed down from a challenge. And a massive challenge they certainly have in front of them.
Yeah, B2B, as you say, a massive challenge for them, and a lot of interesting developments here tonight on Ground Zero. As we just heard from Skyler, it sounds as though Neil will find out very, very soon who Skyler believes was the masked man who has attacked him.
How much security does the Zamindar need?
How many? It looks like there's 8, 10 of them all marching down to the ring. Well, we said earlier on that Fateh not taking any chances here tonight, but this is getting ridiculous now.
Raj the Maharaja's been banned from the arena tonight, but nonetheless, Fateh, in many's eyes, would believe that he's fearing that the Maharaja will show up here somehow, surrounding the ring with security and surrounding himself with his entire gang.
And their opponents, the team of Dev and Zamindar.
Man, how secure do you need to feel? Fateh, not just with an entire platoon of security guards, but with almost an entire gang joining him out here as well.
There is so much to unpack in WXM right now, and immediately Dev and Fateh on the attack. This match has not even begun yet.
It may as well be a lumberjack match with all of these people surrounding the ring. Barrage being isolated, Regner tossed to the outside as Fateh looks to have his way here. Fateh, you talk about how power corrupts. Fateh has so much power here in WXM with this many people under his employ, and yet still, clearly, given the amount of people he's got with him here tonight, he is afraid of Raj.
Well, Fateh's been corrupted for quite a long time now. There's no doubt about that as he goes to work on Siraj.
Fateh sent it to the corner by Siraj. Siraj gets the elbow break, athleticism from Siraj.
Siraj not afraid to use his own body as a weapon here, and sending Dev right into Fateh, who spills to the outside, and a drop kick by Siraj.
Well, no love lost between Siraj and Dev. Remember, B2B stopped Dev from cheating in last week's 8-man tag team match. With Fateh's team, the Fateh gang team with Skyler against the Lucha Amigos and Kevin Merrick.
Regner and B2B certainly have an axe to grind, with Dev especially. And now looking for a double team, and Fateh sends Siraj right into the steel steps.
Man, Siraj took a real spill there onto the steps.
It's been a month since they left Raj the Maharaja for dead by a gang of thugs, including Shaw Samuels. They had a memorial, if you will, 2 weeks ago that was destroyed by the Maharaja.
Ridiculous.
And now tonight, Raj has been banned from the arena because he has vowed revenge on every single man that has wronged him. And at the top of that list is that man right there who is drunk with power, and that's the Zamindar.
Well, Fateh will have looked at what happened last week as Raj started crossing names off of that list after getting some vengeance against Josan. He doesn't want himself or any of his gang to befall the same fate this week.
You can hear what all the amazing WXM fans think of Fateh and Dev.
Well, I think we're all sick of Fateh. We're all sick of this gang, thinking that they are the force in WXM. They can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And we saw that assault that took out Raj, the reason that Raj is no longer going to be able to compete at Breakpoint in that final four-way match for the WXM World title. These guys think they run the place.
And that was 100% by design. Fateh's made it clear. He doesn't just want to own the WXM Tag World Championship. He wants to own the champion. Is there some kind of affiliation with Skyler? That certainly appears to be the case.
Fateh now with Regner in the corner. Wrong part of town for Regner. Snapmare takedown from the Zamindar.
Meanwhile, Dev continues to do everything Fateh asks him into a cover here, and Regner stays alive in this matchup. Dev has dealt with beating after beating at the hands of the Zamindar. Tag
Man, I tell you what, the WXM fans are bringing the energy tonight, making their feelings known about Fateh and his crew, but also their feelings in support of B2B. There is only one team who this crowd want to win.
It would no doubt be the biggest victory of B2B's career if they can find a way to get past Zamindar and Dev in a tag into Siraj.
Oh, well, that wasn't part of Fateh's plan, allowing Siraj to get back into this one. Look at him, those quick feet, the quick hands as well of Siraj.
What he lacks in size, he makes up for in athleticism and grit. And a boot to Dev. Meanwhile, the rest of the gang on the outside in shock. The security guards surrounding the ring. They can't stop Siraj from the top. Crossbody.
I think Regner made the tag in amongst that just before Siraj launched himself for that crossbody. There was a blind tag from Regner.
Regner, I believe, is the legal man. And a super kick to Fateh. Are you kidding me? Could they shock the world? Could B2B find a way?
Siraj is headed up high.
Tag again.
Siraj from all the way up into the ring. Right into the head of Dev.
And Regner for the second row. Fateh catches it and a super kick.
Wow, what a catch from the Zamindar. Leading from the front here, Fateh. Gonna get Regner isolated back inside that ring. He's throwing.
Look at Fateh just tossing Dev back inside. Oh, Siraj shoulder first into the steps. And now Dev struggling in his own right, trying to roll Regner over perhaps. And, nope, makes the tag back in to his boss.
Fateh looking, you feel, to restore order. And by order, I mean a WXM where he is fully in charge.
Oh, the last chapter. Fateh into the cover. No mercy for B2B.
Here is your winner, the team of Dev and Zamindar.
Took extra precautions tonight, did Fateh, to make sure his evening went to plan. And in this tag team victory, certainly things going exactly to plan. I do so.
They didn't need security for the match, but they sure as hell might need security right now. I can't even count all the security members. Who is that? Oh my God! I don't think that's security. That's a Maharaja! My God!
How did he get in here? Rise the Maharaja! Invading all of the security! Invading all of Fateh's gang! And look at him now! Unleashing hell!
Being banned from the arena. Be damned! The Maharaja has a nightstick, and he is going to work. Batter up!
Man, look at him just clubbing all of his private security force! Fateh brought an army, but Raj is a one-man army this evening!
Raj said he was not going to stop until he took out every person who wronged him. And a collapse!
Look how he glared into the eyes of the Zamindar before he hit that collapse of one of those gangsters! That even being banned from the building cannot stop Raj as he continues to treat revenge on the Zamindar and his gang!
Raj the Maharaja made a promise that he intends to keep for every man who tried to take him out. And revenge is a dish best served with violence.
I'm a monster, King Kong, Sher Khan, the Maharaja. Here's with dance, moving place to place. I had $1 in a dream with a broken suitcase. Plant a seed and watch it grow. I got that fire overflow. Kassan's in the bog for my people that know. First generation, all I know is struggle. First generation, you've been living in a bubble. Gotta pop that like French and Drake. Don't even mention hate. I'm trying to elevate my people to a better place. Get them in the champion, bold and new Raja. I cannot lose, won't lose, Maharaja. Rock the Maharaja, rock the Maharaja. I cannot lose, won't lose, Maharaja. Can't live a new champion, bold and new Raja. King Kong, Sher Khan, I'm a monster.